the game, I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. She gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
I absolutely love this young man coming out of the University of Alabama because of what he did for the Crimson Tide. His last year there, 33 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. Before the hip injury suffered in the middle of November. They want him healthy, obviously, because if so, one of the most accurate throwers coming out of college football in the last 10 to 15 years. And the Dolphins, they haven't taken a quarterback in the top 5 since a guy named Bob Greasy, now a Pro Football Hall of Famer. They took him back in 1967.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
On second down, Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The throw right sideline here is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he rifles one incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
On first down, here's Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here's Tua. They're able to locate Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries. But last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 78 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard lines in the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 7-7.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He completes it to Wilson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Tua going to run the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. The bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
this is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The rookie Tua Tagovailoa and the rest of the Dolphins set to take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4. It's now
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua able to find Shaheen here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Two are going to try and go quickly here.
Brings up 2nd.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
7-yard line.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's complete to Graham. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
40-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tua to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
1st down, Philadelphia.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Wentz now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Complete to Miles Sanders.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down.
The 40-yard line.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Throwing is Hurts. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
9-yard line.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Roberts there on the tackle.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll stay on the ground with Clement. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He's got it complete to Perkins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Clemens, the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This is caught.
Pass. Brought down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
An 18-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Dolphins.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
His pass intercepted.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
48-yard line.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Clement. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On first down, Clement. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside there to make the grab. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Miami set to take over. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire time.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
He's brought
2nd and 16. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Philadelphia.
On 1st down, they go with Clement again. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll get this to Ward. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
It's a gain of 9.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run here with Clement. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Clement, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run again with Clement. And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
15-yard line. A gain of 14. And an Eagle first down.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From South Florida, good night, everybody.
Know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go. but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah. The asylum was a fateful mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? When am I alone? Not on the phone, when I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up.